EA, it's time to take some notes because here is your chance in the future to not have all this controversy and hate. At the core, the game has a lot of potential for next gen, not for current gen. It's an absolute shame that this beta didn't really showcase fully what the game could be. So here's what I'd suggest next time you make a beta for a Battlefield game. Remember when DICE said this beta is a couple months old and we have fixed most of these problems. Sure mate, you tell us that, but how about you show us? DICE isn't exactly the most trustworthy company after Battlefield 5. Who remembers air takedowns, 5v5 mode, new combat roles, soldier dragging, crash landings, vehicle customization that came over a year after the game launched. Combined Arms, that was a mode promised to be revolutionary but was completely different when it came out. We were promised a mission generator for each map to keep the experience fresh, and the missions were planned to be dynamic in the sense that where you and your squad would have to decide when to evacuate from the competitive zone, meaning instead of all 3 objectives for example, you might just do 2, then evacuate and get a smaller reward, but survive and get a reward. War stories, we were promised more content throughout the years to come through the live service. We only got the last Tiger story. That was it, and that came out a month later. I love Battlefield, but I don't trust this version of DICE to deliver content until I see it. And you, DICE, lost my unwavering support after Battlefield 5 and Battlefront 2, which also had potential. Now, indie games like Hell Let Loose are outperforming a game from a AAA publisher. Just think of that, an indie dev is doing better than a AAA publisher because they have to actually earn fans, and you guys don't because you've had this company running for so long. So bringing it back on course, DICE, show us, don't tell us. I don't trust you guys until you show us. So don't give us a bug-ridden version of the game if it's not ready, because then you should delay it if it's not ready. Delay the game, don't give us a half-baked version. I'd rather wait till 2023, get extra maps and a smoothed out game than get a raw meal with a sticker that says coming soon. We'll talk about that in a second. Maps. Okay, so imagine you are selling your game and you want to make the most money. So in this beta, what do you decide to give players so that they want to continue this experience? Remember, you only have 2 days of open beta for those who you are trying to sell the game to. I don't know, maybe give 2 or 3 maps. Why are you giving 1 map and 1 game mode? Sure, you only have to give 1 map in that game mode, but then you could have showed us a bit of Portal, because that's a whole other aspect of the game that you're not showing us. Beta is meant to sell things to you. So if you can't get an experience of a little bit of everything, then what's the point? Why are you giving 1 map? I don't care if this is a beta, and you'll see more if you want to display how innovative your game is. I want to see now. I don't want to see later. I want to see now, if that makes sense to you guys. If you really want to prove how innovative your game is, show us the different landscapes. I don't want to just see an island in Guinea. I want to see the desert or a city. Give us both. I mean, your game comes out in a month now, so it should be ready to give us another map, especially for those who are already playing in the closed beta for 4 days. For me, I got 12 hours on 1 map. Guess what will happen in the main launch of the game? When All Blue comes up, am I going to be excited to play it? No, I'm going to get pissed off because I've played it so much I don't want to play the other maps. Giving 1 map is a double-edged sword. Sure, you're keeping your other maps a secret from the core fans, but what about those casuals? Play All Blue and hate the map. I don't believe it's the best map they have, and it didn't display 128 player gameplay for next gen. It's because of how big it was, and I really never got that 128 player scale, if that makes sense, so I didn't really feel like there were 128 players on my map. Game modes. Bro, not everyone loves Conquest. Not everyone that plays Battlefield plays for Conquest. Yes, Conquest is a good mode, but it's not everyone's favorite mode. But like I said in the previous video, I completely respect you if that's your favorite one and you just want to play that. However, for many others, the other modes are their favorite. If that's Rush, Breakthrough, and others, the whole community isn't a Conquest one. Sure, I like Conquest, but I would choose Breakthrough over it. It's also the perfect mode to show the 128 players because they're stuck in a tight halfway. Also a perfect mode to show off the vehicles, and it makes things like the VTOL actually useful to be flying around, as you can find them being used in fire support most likely. On Conquest, the VTOL is useless and only makes sense for a small amount of time to land at an objective and then you're done with it. Even if you hate Breakthrough, at least it would provide another way to showcase the game and test the features it gives us. Live service. Continuing from before, why are you selling a live service to me now? I do not care if you plan to give us 50 maps in 2 years. I care about what I'm paying for now by buying a game. It's not an investment, so why should I think of it as one? Like I said, it's cool. You plan to give us more content, but it's not out of your generosity, so why should I care? It's to keep people playing the game so you can sell cosmetics. So don't act like you guys are doing us a favor. That just pisses me off. With games that go like that, we plan to give you the most amount of content ever to keep you playing and having fun. That's what they all say. Bruh, maybe mention the reason you do live service to make more money, not to provide us with a reason to buy the game. That's a sign that you're getting your values worth, like it's not. Because they don't spend the money that they made from the game. They spend the money they make off cosmetics. What do you think happened to Battlefield 5 and why it got canned so early? It got cut early in 2020 and it was promised to have years of content. It was cut because they weren't making enough money at the store. Selling it on the PS4 and Xbox One. Bro, don't act like you are providing players with value for the current gen version of the game. It's stinky right now, and how can you justify that $10 gap between editions? How? Explain to me, EA. I'd love to hear it because the content between generations are crazy different. It's two different games. The PS4 struggles to make 30 FPS, has a smaller map, no tornadoes, and much more bugs. Sounds like a heck of a deal. How much more could you ask for? Sounds like such good value. Thank you for selling us that. Just keep it next gen. It's annoying if you can't upgrade. I know so many players won't be able to access it, but at least it's not a scam and a lie of a game to capture people that have fear of missing out. There is no value in the current gen version. The only value I could think of is if you are planning to immediately upgrade when a next gen console becomes available to you. Because I do agree, I feel like Battlefield 2042 is worth $70 on next gen. Is it worth $60 on PS4? No, it's a $30 game. You're missing out on half the content and there's a $10 difference. Excuse me. The only reason they're launching it on the PS4 is because they know that it will make them a lot of money, and if they don't do it, they'll miss out on so much because there's so many people still playing on the PS4 that won't be upgrading to the PS5. They're not doing it because they care about you. They're doing it because your wallet is accessible to them now, and they know that they're going to get a few suckers like you to go out there and buy it. I'm not actually calling you guys suckers, but you get the point of what I'm trying to say. That's their mindset of us. That's my 5 points to making the Battlefield beta better. What do you guys think? Or what did you want to be added into the beta to make it better? I'm returning back to my normal video schedule, so Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, UTC, is when my videos are coming out. Monday videos, I'm still deciding if I want to make them like my usual ones or more gameplay with commentary / doing dumb things. Let me know what you prefer when the game launches. My plan was doing a Battlefield Portal series on Mondays where we test out like dumb shit. For example, like 1 German versus 500 modern troops. Probably won't be to that scale, but I hope that kind of gets the point. So if you have any suggestions that you'd like to see, shoot them out, because right now I was just doing like tier lists and gameplays challenging myself mentally. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.